Hey guys, Chaos Master 237 here, back for more Trails of Cold Steel. It has been quite a long while since I last recorded, not just this game, but anything in general, honestly. Like, if you guys saw the last upload of Tales of Grace's F, you would actually see that I've actually had that days ago. That I had recorded that actually days ago. If I didn't show it, I don't remember. I've just been too swamped with a lot of different work around my house, like moving a giant bed frame out of one room into a narrow hallway to move it into a new bedroom. So yes, I have been rather busy.
This will take everything we have.
And honestly, I don't even remember. It's like I genuinely do not remember I actually summoned them. But I know that the Shining Palms don't just.
Leave it to me.
They might have on random. I honestly don't know. I've always summoned them with the with the item. So yeah, I never knew.
It's my turn.
Oh, Zero Arts?
Yeah.
I don't think I showed this one.
It's my turn.
Leave it to me. Together, we're unbeatable.
Nice. Feel it.
Just
While Zero Arts are very helpful, just wait until like the second game where the arts are better, or more specifically, well, there are certain arts that are way better to use this way.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. Now I do remember this part in general, not mostly from my memories of playing this game. I know that right now we have to go do side quests and everything. And there are a bunch of treasure chests to get along the way. So I'm gonna just handle the treasure chests where I'm gonna deal with them, or I will claim the treasures.
Is this the way to the watchtower?
Where I will open up the treasure chests as I progress with the quests. I could not talk. So this is the Imperial Army's watchtower. It seems like they've got the bare minimum in terms of facilities and armaments. Still, it does have that imposing look you'd expect from a military base, though the atmosphere doesn't seem especially tense. The building itself appears relatively new as well. Well, yeah, it was only built around 3 years ago. Bare minimum or not, it still looks kind of out of place here on the Highlands. Anyway, let's get a better look inside. I honestly do agree, it doesn't really fit the atmosphere, honestly, because obviously it's more modern. If it was more like ancient with stones and stuff, you know, like a castle, like a medieval castle or a medieval watchtower, then I would be like, yeah, that actually could fit with the area here. Alright, now we're gonna talk to this guy, because he gives us Red Moon Rose Chapter 6. I remember that one. Entering home. I want to double check some with the books. Yeah, I believe I got that one from her store. I'll have to double check when we get back. From Kilts, as far as I know. I say it. I'm bored. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to be Zats, would you? The one and only. Hey, you're those students from Thors who are here on a field study or something, right? So what can I help you with? Actually, we came here to bring you something from the settlement. Oh, something from Kilt? Then, right? Like I said, that's how I say it. Please tell me it is. Looks like he can't wait to get his hands on what we've got. He must have been really looking forward to it. Yeah, you could say that. Kilt's presents are just about the only thing we had to look forward to out here. Thanks a bunch for bringing it. Oh, how I've waited for this. Thanks again. Oh yeah, since you've come all the way out here, how about I show you the view from up top? Might be useful for that field study of yours. Really? That sounds great. Are you sure we're allowed? No problem. Besides, Lieutenant General Zex said to do what we could to make your stay a good one. Here, I'll show you the way. Well, thanks. I can't say... I'm not gonna lie. I did see a Let's Play of this game, like, 4, 5 years ago, I think? And there was a YouTuber I watched that kept on making a joke from a dead meme. I'm not gonna say what it is. If you know what it is, you know what it is. And you're free to comment what it is. But I'm not gonna repeat that dead meme. That's the one, though, as you can tell, it's not exactly a massive outpost. For one thing, the bulk of their forces are made up of tanks, and tanks don't do too hot out here on the highland terrain. That's true. And yet they built a base up here anyway, just to keep up appearances. It's like a staring match between the two stubborn children. Useless. Yeah, that's pretty spot on. Still, lately we've had airships from both armies cruising around here. So we can't let our guard down too much either. Still, if you ask me, the chance of anyone starting a war in a place like this is pretty near zero. Anyway, relax and enjoy the view while you're here. Chances like this don't come along every day after all. Thanks for showing us the way. We're grateful for the opportunity. Glad to hear it. Oh yeah, would you mind giving this to Kilt when you go back to the settlement? What might this be? No, just a little something for me for sharing her things with us. I'd feel kind of bad if I didn't at least try and give her something in return. How nice of you. Well, we'll be sure to pass it along for you. Thanks. Now, from what I understand, the Republic gets mentioned a lot. And I do mean a lot. And it's one of the few areas, and for the longest time, it's an area that's never been explored. And I believe it is in Trails Through Daybreak. So we go from from my understanding, we go from the Burrow to Crossbell, then to Erebonia, then to the Republic. In terms of the game's release, in terms of the releases of the game. Speaking of that, one thing I don't even remember if I brought this up last episode. I know I brought it up in Trails from Zero, but what I mentioned in that one is one of the reasons. When I mentioned it there, it was one of the reasons I was a bit hesitant to honestly try to do more recordings for this game. What do I mean? Well, in case you didn't see anything from my Trails from Zero Let's Play, Trails from Zero and Trails to the Abyss, they take place earlier than in Trails of Cold Steel. Like when guys mentioned something that happened at a certain amount of time, as I do remember, I actually made note of that date and then checked it in the game and everything. And when I was looking more into it, I found a timeline chart that showed exactly what it was. So right now we are, like at this point, we're in chapter 4. Like in this timeline of this game, for this game where we're in right now, we would be in chapter 4. If memory serves me correctly. I think that's what I said. Chapter 4 of Trails from Zero. If I recall correctly. If not, then I think it would be... No, would it? Hold on. I'm fairly certain I kept that chart. Hold on. Oh no, wait, here we go. Chapter 3 in Trails from Zero would happen from chapter 1 of Trails of Cold Steel. So, I'm gonna double check some. Alright, since we're in chapter 3, that means... No, Trails from Zero and then Trails to Azure. I don't know where I got Abyss from, but whatever. So right now, in this point in the timeline, we've already got done with chapter 4 from Trails from Zero. In terms of this game's timeline, I haven't actually gotten past I haven't even gotten past, I haven't completed chapter 3 of Trails from Zero. So, right now we are way ahead of the timeline. And that kind of does bug me just a little bit because I originally wanted to do a comparison, like a side-by-side comparison, because there's going to be something I'm going to mention that'll happen at another point in the games. I know of one event in particular, one I'm honestly going to have to keep my mouth shut about. And that's going to be hard for me. Until we get to it in Trails from Zero. Unless it happens, I don't know. It's not, does it happen in Trails from Zero? I genuinely don't remember. Anyway, it happens in either Trails from Zero or Trails to Azure. And it's something that's going to happen in this game. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not. But it's going to be something. And when it comes up, I'm going to be trying my damn hardest to not talk about it. So this is the stone circle we saw on the way to the settlement yesterday. I'm still surprised by the size. Well, like I said yesterday, these were supposedly placed here over 1,000 years ago. Some say this used to be some kind of ceremonial site, but we don't know much more than that. I can't help but wonder how they could possibly build something like this without the use of modern technology. I think it's that sense of mystery that really enchants people. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really recall. I really don't know if these were ever explained. There's something that could give you the hint of it later in future Trails games. I believe it's brought up in Trails of Cold Steel 3, I think? It might not be. I don't exactly remember. All I know is that has something to do with something. All I can do is make an assumption and say that up there has something to do with something else in the North Highlands. And again, it's not because I know it is, it's just my assumption, because I don't really recall if it ever was brought up. I don't think it ever did. I don't think it ever was, like, truly brought up to have a true connection. Alright, I'm gonna make my way around this, so I can get that one treasure chest over there. Oh yeah, I forgot to also to do that, actually. I forget how. There's a way to change it, I know that. But I don't think it was it really done at the stores? No, it can't be, can it? Yeah, there is that, so thought I could do it. I guess I have to go to the store to change it, huh? I thought I didn't need to. Never mind. Pretty sure I might have mentioned something like that in Trails from Zero, so I was wrong. Because I never really changed the covers. I never saw the need to.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Come on then.
You know, like, it's for cosmetic sense, and it's like, you know, who cares? That was my thought, anyway.
It's my turn. Turn to flame. Go. Okay. Yeah.
Leave it to me. There. My turn.
Oh yeah, did I don't think I ever fixed the...
That takes care of them.
I never fixed the, I never did their Did I? No, I didn't. Well. I have anything that could possibly... Oh, crud. Oh, well. I'll do that. I'm still gonna do that off camera, because showing off everything I do for this is just gonna be ridiculously long. Well, you know what? I'll do Gaius's first. It's his home turf, you know, so why the hell not? Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely give him that. And I think actually that brought up the idea. I'm gonna give her a movement one because she really needs it. If I can't improve her range, then I'm definitely gonna improve her movement. Alright, let's see. What else would be good for him? I don't really see much of a need of increasing his strength of his defense, but it wouldn't be bad to increase his strength, honestly. Because Gaius can also be a really good powerhouse. Yeah, I'll go with the shield breaker for that one. No, he already has. Put sleep or blind enemies. That's not too bad. Yeah, let's go with with Breeze simply because it gives him, just in case I need it. He has a means of healing and yeah, he has a means of healing if we need it. Improving his defense isn't too bad, but I still wouldn't mind. Yeah, let's go with that. As for Eustace, I'll upgrade his to at least a 2 for now. Yeah, and then I'll work on it another time. You know? As like I said before, I don't have a set build for many characters. Like, there are some I do, where I recommend certain quartz go on to some characters, but that's it. I don't follow a strict build I've always, like, ones I've always had, because I know I've never had the same, never always had every single quart be the exact same, any one of the quartz be the exact same I've had before. Like, Laura and Dominion were the only ones I did that for. And same with fee with evasion and evasion and increasing the strength of counters, everything. That was what I did for her for the longest time, and it makes the most, because it makes this most sense with how fast Fee is in the cutscenes. That was like a courier bomb or something. So, you know, it made sense to have her be like that. But Gaius, no, I've never really had a set build for him at all. Alright, so since we did that one... Yeah, like, all these required? No, that one wasn't required, that's right, so the other two are. Let's see... Oh yeah, there we go. Actually, first, yeah, I thought so. So I can't fast travel to the North Highlands. Actually, I wonder, can I if I just do this?
Well, here we are.
Let's go meet with the Lieutenant General.
Well, first time I just want to go in this place and see if I can actually use fast travel. I doubt I can. Yeah, I thought so. I figured, but you know, I could have been wrong. You know, the Zender Gate, although seeing as how you'll pass through it can probably skip the introductions. It's currently inside. Yep.
Let us ride on. Yeah.
Now, since it's gonna be a long ride, I may as well do some talk about some other things. I obviously been trying really hard to squeeze in as much recordings and live streams as I can, and obviously I backed myself into a corner, and I'm still, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm having fun with this kind of challenge, and I definitely do. And like I said, I've been having fun. It's just been really hard to fit in the schedule and everything. You know, try to make time for live streams and make time to record. But, you know, it's something I'm just gonna be better at, so I do hope you guys actually do like the pace I've been going, and but I do intend to still show more improvement over as time passes, of course. And while it may seem like I haven't been doing a whole lot of like talking or not being seen as enthusiastic or excited as I am with the other games I've played, it is of course because I played this game like 3 times. So, you know, it's like I know what to expect for the most part, and it can just be really boring. But honestly, it's because that's how I am with games in general. It's like I'm so focused in it, and it's just really hard to change from, you know, not talking to an audience while gaming to actually doing that, you know? Especially in this kind of game. Especially with a game I've already played, so, you know, it's like, you know. Oh, did you deliver it already? Yeah, the soldier we talked to was really happy about it too. He even asked us to deliver this to you as thanks. I always tell them there's no need for thanks too. I'll let the men have this tonight then. Right then, you all saved me a bit of trouble. It's not much, but please take this. No, please, there's no need to be honest. You've earned it. Anyway, I wish you luck with the remainder of your field study. Yep, okay, I did get that. And as I was also trying to say with the rest of the conversation, I do intend to improve, and there's going to be times where I'm just going to be so focused on the game, especially one that I've already played and beaten. But it also doesn't help the fact that I have so many games I'm trying to play at once, and that's completely on me, as I've said before. But honestly, I'm not really complaining all that much. Sure, it may sound like I am. It's just that, well, if I had more of a free schedule, this would be less of a problem. But that's just how it is with things just spontaneously happening. Yep. I only said yeah because of I already know about what they were gonna say. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's just one of these things where it's like, you know, I push myself into this in this kind of area, and now I'm trying to work with it. Welcome back. Seems like you all made it back in one piece. Yeah, no issues here. Can you check to make sure we've collected the right thing? Sure, give it here. Yep, these are what I was looking for. Thanks a lot. You saved me the hassle of getting them myself. It was our pleasure. Are things coming along well in regards to making the medicine? Yep, all I need to do is add this grass now. Granted, I still need to wait until it's properly mixed in, so it'll be a while yet until it's ready. It should be done by tonight though, so I'll make sure all the horses have it then. As always, no worries, alright. Can't forget to give you your reward for helping out. Thank you. Much appreciated. You all deserve it. Well then, good luck with the rest of your tasks. Now, for the next one, we will be going back to Xander. We'll be heading back to the gate. Oh, whoops. See, that always happens. I'm not kidding. I always seem to be doing that. Yeah, well, while there is no fast travel around this area, it actually does help me a bit more in terms of being able to, like, you know, just do what I was already doing, and I was talking. Let's see, there are no chests here. So once again, it's just a matter of scheduling, of making a good schedule, and I'm working on that. But thankfully, so far, it seems like I'll be able to do a bit more recordings and such, which I'm not going to be complaining about. I just need to make it... I just have to hope I don't get any more interrupted any more than I already have been. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I tried making this kind of recording literally yesterday. I'm recording this the next... like, I tried to record this yesterday, and I got stopped midway because more work got dropped on me out of nowhere when I specifically said I was trying to record. So yeah, it happens. So stuff like that's happened a lot. And hopefully...
Winds, give us your
It's my
blessing.
turn. Now.
Of course, I make it more of a point now to let me try to record.
It's my turn.
And in regards to doing any live streaming, I'm still trying to work on a better time frame on that. It's just hard. Personally, I wouldn't mind trying to actually do live stream of any of the Trails games I'd be playing, but there's only one in particular I want to do a live stream for in that regard. And personally, I did wish it was honestly Trails from Zero I would have started with, because, well, games like that could be super long, and they are. There we go, yeah. So we can change these to whatever we want. Change it to the student ones. And that's about it. I think there was another unique one. I think that's in the later Trails games, if I recall correctly. So, you know, let's just do that. Yeah, so like, if I wanted to do more live streams, I probably would do them more from the Trails games, but I'm not going to do it at Trails to Azure. Thoma took me down to the settlement a while back. It was so fun. His mom always cooks the best food, and his little sisters are really cute to boot. He promised to take me back there again, but first I need to figure out how to make Dad stop complaining about me going there. Hey, take a good look at my daughter. She's adorable, right? And any boy even thinks of trying to make a move on her, though, he'll have to answer to my fist. That Thoma in particular is really asking for it. She always looks so happy whenever he invites her out. Maybe my worst fears are true and she really does have feelings for him. Dad, you better not be freaking out the customers again. Anyway, I'm not going to let just anyone have my little girl, got it? Alright, now I purchased that because I honestly don't know why. Yeah, if we talk to Marks, normally, yeah, it's so good, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, you talk to Marks, you get the crispy pizza recipe. Well, there may be many famous people within the military. There's tactician, read all it. Yeah, and it's also because of stuff like that, with having the dialogue of all these characters, that it's like, you know, I really want to do a live stream of it. I only wanted to do it for Trails from Zero because there's a lot of stuff I would do in that one, like for conversation wise, when there really isn't a need to have it in this game. Welcome to Xander Gate, everyone. I see you've already gotten started with your field study. How's that coming along? Well, it's taking some time to get used to the Highlands. Other than that, things are progressing fine. Fortunately, we have guides to guide us, but the mere thought of trying to travel through the Highlands on foot is terrifying. That's the exact same thought we all had when we first came here. There's a lot of things that you can only learn in a vast area like this, though. Try and make the most of your time here. Thank you, we'll do just that. See, this is what I mean. There is nothing, like, for the guide I've been using to try to recheck everything, there was no mention of that, like, at all. It may be because the guide is a bit different from is from a different site and everything, but it's still. Well, I found no real information about talking to any like NPCs, but there was NPCs you needed to talk that you don't need to talk to in Trails of Zero, but you do. But it's mentioned, like, you know, talk to them, and it's like, why isn't it mentioned in Trails of Cold Steel? It makes no sense. So again, it's probably just because of the area, the site I'm using. Coming. Looks like you were able to get a good night's rest after a long journey. Yes, we were. Thank you for your concern, sir. And thank you again for preparing those horses for us yesterday. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule for us. No need to thank me. It was the least I could do to welcome Gaius back to his homeland. Thank you very much. I wouldn't have been able to enroll in the academy if not for your recommendation. I'm truly grateful. Really? It did seem like the two of you were no strangers. I can hardly imagine the circumstances that would give cause for a nomad to meet an imperial officer. It does boggle the mind, doesn't it? But actually, I owe a great debt to Gaius. He saved my life. Seriously? We first met around a year ago, back when I took up my post here at Xander Gate. While out on an inspection of the Highlands, I found myself surrounded by a pack of wolf-like beasts. Then out of nowhere, young Gaius comes galloping in, spear in hand to pull my ass out of the fire. What a way to meet. It was like a textbook definition of acting without thinking. No, you should be proud of yourself. There I was, on the defensive, cautiously gauging my best course of action, when Gaius barreled into the fray all alone and fought off the lot of them. And this was a year ago? Back when he was just 16? Unbelievable. That sounds just wild enough to be a true Gaius story. Anyway, that's how the Lieutenant General and I first became acquainted. He's the one who wrote me the recommendation that allowed me to enroll at the academy. I saw a lot of potential in you. Figured it'd be a shame if you were never given the chance to realize it. I'm glad to see you again, Gaius. As am I. Anyway, let's move on to business. Are you ready for me to explain what I'd like for you to do? Ready when you are, sir. There was something about hunting down a dangerous monster. That's been cited around here, right? Yep, dangerous one. I've had reports coming in. Da-da-da. Sounds like the kind of problem that's best not ignored. His problems in an army after it. Never says anyone. Ugh. As such, we were initially unable to pinpoint a specific location where we could mount an operation against it. When you consider how vast the plains are, hunting a target that's constantly moving isn't an easy task. No joke there. You said initially though, so does that mean... Sharp thinking, Miss Milstein. Several days ago, we managed to discover at least one of its haunts. And right as I was about to draw up plans for operation, I was informed you'd be paying a visit. I figured a good battle might be just the right kind of mission for your field study. So that's how it happened. Would you mind telling us where we can find that monster? Basin lies northeast of Xander Gate, though it's always on the move. It appears to linger in that area during this time of day. Exterminate, yep, we'll do it. Counting on you then. The basin shouldn't be too far on horseback. Take care. Understood. Let's get going then. Alright, let's get on. Oh yeah, and I know that I know I've brought the topic up before in another video where there was someone who obviously this was obviously back with Armor Core 6 when there was someone who commented about me relying on the guide for the treasure chest and everything.
Right on.
And how there's some people who just don't like the guy and the guy clearly didn't like the fact, not clearly, but gave me the feeling he just didn't like me using the guide when I was playing. And all I could say is, you know, sometimes people do that.
Okay, it's safe for...
And there's nothing, and honestly, there's nothing really wrong with it. If you wanted to use a guide to try to explain, like, location, to help find, like, locations of treasure chests and stuff, because you want to show that you're 100%ing the game, then I don't see the problem with that. And I still repeat that even now. There will be times where I will mention that I'm using a guide. There's going to be times where I'm probably just never going to use it. There is a game I'm going to be playing, like, and that's true with Assassin's Creed Mirage, especially. I'm not using a guide there. Absolutely not. The only time I did use a guide, technically, was when I saved a video of the fragments for trying to get certain equipment. That was it. And that was just like a video that said, did you know you could get like the rarest equipment and armor very early in the game? And that was just mentioning that particular part. It really wasn't telling me anymore of how specifically to do it. It was just mentioning something that was already part of the game. Like, you know, hey, you could do this instead of just progressing the main story like the game expects you to, which I would have done anyway. I just thought there was another trick to it. I'd say that's my skin looking for. Ta-da.
This will take everything. It's my turn.
Alright, you know what?
Go!
Alright, now I'm gonna use Motivate.
Alright, let's do this!
Light! Rain upon us! It's my turn! Analyzing the enemy's vitals. All complete.
Grant me your strength!
I'm only doing this to see if we can actually KO this guy in one go. I think we can.
Calamity!
Nice. Now, if I did give Gaius like Dominion or give him more quartz that was more offensive based, or if I leveled him up more, then I think that guy would have been dead.
There!
I can do this.
I still have a problem with her range for that stuff, you know?
It's my turn. Oh no, you're delayed! Is everyone okay?
Right, looks like that takes care of our task. Seems so. I hope this will go some way toward repaying the debt I owe the Lieutenant General. My, how gracious of you. Well, I'm happy for you. Let's return to Zendergate and report our success to Lieutenant General. And they'll whoop us right there. So I will say, so one thing I was saying earlier, I'll say it again. There will be times I use a guide. There's probably going to be times I'm not even going to mention the fact I'm using one when I don't mean to. But yeah, but mostly I'm doing the guides because I want to show that it's going to be 100% playthrough for certain games. It's not all going to be like it. Like for Assassin's Creed, I don't intend to use a guide on that for those games, even for ones I've already played. Like I'm not going to do that. There is one new Let's Play I'm going to be doing that I'm most certainly not going to use a guide for. Absolutely not. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's going to be it's going to be a Let's Play that I'm honestly excited to do since I played the demo for that game. And then there's going to be another game where I've beaten the game where I've never used the guide ever. And it's understandable why I never did. And I can't wait to show that one off either. So you were able to defeat the beast. Excellent work. I really appreciate your assistance. The winds allowed us to prevail. So it seems. Here's your reward for a job well done. You've earned it. Thank you, sir. Always glad to be of service. Even had we not prevailed, the troops here would have soon made short work of the beast. Perhaps so, but I appreciate your assistance nonetheless. Even against a monster, I'd rather avoid deploying soldiers. Mobilizing troops tends to alarm people. Sure, we may have been able to defeat it, but this was a better outcome for all concerned. I see, that does make sense. He really seems like a skilled leader. I'd heard of One-Eyed Zex and the Vander School of Swordsmanship before, but yeah, it's not hard to tell why he's a celebrated military general. Back when I first met him, he really changed my perspective on the Erebonian military. I can see why now. Regardless, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm sure your field study here will be an invaluable experience and hopefully a memorable one as well. I wish you the best with all your remaining tasks. Thank you, sir. We'll do our best. If you'll excuse us then. Alright, now if memory serves me correctly, after this is when it'll go to the evening when we go back, because there's nothing more we can do.
Let us ride on. Yeah.
And also in regards to some people being upset over the guides, there are some games that people already are using a guide because there's no way they could just get the answer, some of the things right based on that alone, based on like their own guess or anything like that. Like for example, Persona. When it comes to like choosing the dialogue, I'm certain there are plenty of people who use a guide when it comes to showing off the answers to choosing the right path for the social links and stuff. I have no shame in admitting I did. Like for some of them I did guess on it on my own. Other times I didn't. But more often than not, I did rely on a guide for the answers to that. That's about all I did. And there's nothing wrong with it, because again, I wanted to 100% certain things. I didn't want to take up too long and everything, so if some people don't like, Let's Players using guides, then, well, I'm not 100% certain there's going to be many Let's Players who don't use guides for certain games. I'm probably dead wrong, and I'm not saying it's wrong or anything. Like, I'm not. Like, you're free to use guides and do whatever you want with your channels. And people who are watching it can just see the game be played with or without the use of a guide. That's all up to you guys. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. But anyway, back to the game. I had to just get that. I personally wanted to get some of that off my chest. I see you finished all of the morning tasks. Yeah, we hit all the essential ones. Good work, everyone. The food's almost ready. Just give it a little more time. Ah, looks like we came back right on time then. Is it luck or intuition? Either way, there's more than enough to go around. I'm sure you must be starving after riding all over the plains all morning. Well, I am pretty hungry. Riding can be surprisingly strenuous. It smells wonderful. I think the scent is starting to make me even hungrier. Me too. Hey, no eating before it's done. Anyway, let me thank you for working hard this morning. Take a seat. We'll begin our midday meal in just a minute. And for some that might even be complaining about me messing, like, pausing or, you know, like stuttering or something. I'm reading it really fast, and it's still taking me some time to actually get used to talking to people, and especially in a calmer manner, because, you know, my words are just coming out because I'm nervous or excited or both. Eating their fill of warm, fragrant naan bread and savory kebabs. They all washed it down with a cup of Sheeta's finest herbal tea. Ah, that really hit the spot. I still want to eat more, but my stomach is protesting. That naan flatbread you made was really delicious. It tasted so fresh too. I baked it on a kind of collapsible stove. I'm glad you liked it. I doubt you see bread like that much in the Empire. Ooh, I don't think I could eat another bite. Sheeta's tea was a wonderful finish to the meal too. Yeah, I must have been practicing quite a bit while I've been away. Your tea etiquette was perfect as well. I hope you will continue to learn and improve. Thank you. Sheeta got praised by the cool boy. Lily! It looks like you were able to recover your strength. Hopefully you're about ready to start thinking about the afternoon's tasks. Oh yes, of course. Shall we get started on the clearing up first then? Oh, you don't need to worry yourselves about that. Oh no, I would feel terrible if you had to do it all on your own. Then we should begin. Cameraman, caravan, wandering sheep, and a special lesson. There are only a few, but they all seem pretty challenging, not to mention tedious. This afternoon, I'd like you to turn your attention toward the Northern Highlands. You may need to travel to the south as well, though, which will give you a lot of ground to cover. I left some fresh horses near the northern exit, so just head out that way when you're ready to leave. Thank you. Alright everyone, let's do this. We should swing by and visit the Elder first, since he's the client for our only essential request this afternoon. That seems sensible. Okay, let's pay the Elder a visit. Take care, everyone. Well, we will take care of that next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. All support is greatly appreciated. Next time we'll finish up the rest of the tasks. We'll finish up the afternoon tasks, and then we will proceed with finishing the rest of the field study. And hopefully nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Okay, I just had to do that. I wanted to be funny. But anyway, yeah, hopefully nothing is going to happen after we do our field task. So, we'll find out next time then, guys. Laters!